I'm Anjuli and that's Sadie, and together we gaily gadabout around in our 92 campervan Jezebel. Hi everyone and welcome to episode 2 from We Gaily Gadabout, me and Sadie. Thank you so much everyone for watching episode 1. It meant a lot to me, and it got so many views and some shares, and I really appreciate that. Thank you everyone who commented. I think I've got back to everyone now in the comments, but yeah, I really appreciate the likes, and I really appreciate those people who subscribed, and I hope you continue to subscribe and continue to watch and like and share these videos. If you missed the last video, it's just a 12-minute video that introduces myself and my dog Sadie, and yeah, takes you on a small tour of the Yorkshire Sculpture Park, which we went to on a little tiny day adventure a couple of weeks ago. Which brings me to today's video. I realised that no one had actually seen Jezebel. All of the video was outside of the van, and I thought today would be the perfect time to show you around Jez. So she is a 1992 Ford Frisky, so it's a transit model Autosleeper. There were 250 of them originally made in the early 90s, and then they stopped making them, which is crazy because she is so cute. When we got her, she had predominantly just been used for summer vacations, 2-3 weeks at a time, staying in campsites and such. So she had very low mileage and yeah, really good condition as well. When we got her back, we realised that the gas that she runs on is just been discontinued. So we had to make some decisions about what we were going to keep in the van and what we needed to get rid of, and how we were going to update and modernise her to make her less of a 1 week in a campsite van and more of a 3 months in Spain kind of van. So yes, the gas canister was discontinued, and the pre-designed hole for the gas canister wouldn't fit the new one that they were updating them to. So we made the decision to get rid of anything gas related within the van. This included the gas hob and the fridge. So we made a decision. When I say we, I mean me and my dad, not me and Sadie, though sometimes I do mean me and Sadie because I forget that she's a dog and she doesn't actually have an opinion. I just assume she has the same opinion as me. Yeah, so we got rid of the gas hob and we got rid of the gas run fridge. In the removing of those, we also realised that some of the cupboards had sort of swollen and got moisture in them and weren't opening or closing properly, so we got rid of those as well. Basically, by the time we got to this part, we realised it would be far simpler and better for me if we just gutted her out and rebuilt everything to a specification that would work for what I wanted Jezebel to do, which was I wanted somewhere where I could travel, be anywhere, but also be able to work, because I work in the board game industry, in marketing and community and things like that, and so I need to be online all the time. So I need something that was comfortable for working in, but also allowed me to travel about and see more of the UK, more of Scotland, definitely, because I've never been to Scotland, so expect some Scotland videos at some point. But yeah, so me and my dad decided that we were going to have to gut her out completely and start again, which is very exciting. I really like the design process. Luckily my dad is a carpenter, and so he could actually turn my weird things that I had thoughts about into actual designs, which is very, very groovy. So we used a program called VanSpace 3D, which I'm sure some of you have already used, which allowed me to visualize actually the space that was available to me and what I would be able to put in here. It allowed me to expectations versus reality, all the things that I wanted, you know, could I actually fit them in here? The answer is no, I couldn't fit all of the things I wanted in here. Grand plans for a very small space, but we designed something together that was yeah, perfect for my needs. And so I thought today I would show you around Jezebel and show you exactly what we designed and then the finished product as well. So I have some pictures that I put into Van Space of what Bessie, which was Jezebel's name in her previous life, looked like from the interior, and what I wanted it to look like in the interior, and now what it actually looks like as well. Most things fitted in quite well, which was lovely, but yeah, there were some changes that we had to make. Just such is life. But I hope you enjoy this video, enjoy looking at the stuff that we've done, and how we've managed to put everything I wanted into such a small space.
So before we do anything, we've got to do the pop top on Jezebel, which is really easy. I can do it on my own, even with the solar power panels on top. You just flick a couple of switches and then push up, as I'm showing you here. Ta-da! And then the sides push up and then clip into place at both ends. It's really nice and easy, though I'm making it look more difficult than it actually is. It's more you have to lean over the bed to get the end ones in, but once it's all in place, it's lovely. Nice and simple, easy to do. That end is a bit sticky. Ignore that. But yeah, once it's all done, it's perfect. So this is Jezebel from the passenger seat, which is a swivel round chair which allows me to work at the desk as an office, which is very important for this tiny home, that I could also work remote from the van wherever I happen to be. All of the artwork that you see on the front of the drawers was done by me, so I stenciled the white backgrounds and then I went in with the colours and hand painted them all. Luckily, I have been painting miniatures for a very long time, so I have a quite steady hand. It did take about 2 weeks to do all of the bits though, and there are still a few bits left to do, which I will take some paints with me the next time I go out in her and just finish those off. I chose doorknobs for each of the doors that went together, but also each one is a little bit different. They all have a theme running through them of orange and yellow, which are my two favourite colours, so that they all match but also are completely unmatched. And you can see the locking mechanisms are these little turn screws here, all in orange with little yellow dots on them. Each area I wanted it to be a little bit different, but also everything had a continued theme throughout. So I've done different styles of painting, but kept them sort of looking the same throughout. So yeah, let's just have a little nosy of the area. Apologies for the mess of my bed there. Maybe I should have tidied that before I did the filming. Oh well, at least you know how I live. So this area here, the sink sort of kitchen area, we wanted the top to look like some of those beautiful Instagrammable van tops that look like a piece of tree that's been cut through the middle. Obviously we can, one, afford that, and also the weight of that would be far too much for Jezebel. So we made one out of ply, cut the edges, and made it, sort of dyed it so that it looked like that. As you can see, I've got lots of space in here for lots and lots of things. These are my favourite thing ever. They are just resealable bags, but they look like little jars, so they're so cute. You can get them on Amazon, and I'll put a link in the comments below. But they're perfect for spices and for sugar and for hot chocolate and things like that in the van. They take up less space than the glass jars that they normally come in. As you see, I've got plenty of coffee there because I love coffee. The bottom drawer there has my toilet in it, but I'm not going to show you that because no one wants to see someone's toilet. Back to the worktop again. So the tap and the water pump are originals from Bessie, who is what Jezebel was named in a previous life. We decided to keep those because they work perfectly fine. There was no point in buying another one, but yeah, we kept those ones. Bought a new sink and a new lid / chopping board for it. It's always about space saving with Jezebel. I want to maximise the space I have because she is quite small. So yeah, always thinking of what things can double up as something else as well. Plenty of space for cooking, and I've got power outlets for my induction hob and the air fryer and my coffee machine for when I am making breakfast, etc. This cupboard is going to have my clothes in it, but it's empty at the moment because I'm not living in it currently. And that is my sort of food storage, so the dry cupboard pantry style stuff. In this cupboard we have board games, cooking books and some travel books, things to keep me entertained basically in the evenings. And in this one we have my chest fridge. So no freezer in this one, it is just fridge. And it's not turned on at the moment because I haven't got the power on. But there's loads of room in that fridge for loads of stuff. And that is Sadie. It's actually a fox, but I think Sadie has quite a foxy face, so I'm saying it's Sadie, not a fox. And my wardrobe here, so it's quite a long wardrobe, so it's got enough space for me to hang stuff in, and space at the bottom for sleeping bags and blankets and extra stuff like that. Again, making as much use of the hanging stuff as well. In this cupboard is my electricals, so all the wires for the plugs and things like that. So nothing fancy under there. And in this bottom bit, move with my lovely socks, that's my coffee machine and things like that. So, and saucepans and stuff like that is in that little drawer there. Now we go to the power. Yes, so I have power banks there for charging my phone and for a little light for reading. The bed itself is a IKEA mattress with a memory foam topper. It's very comfortable, firm, lovely bed. It is a little bit shorter than me. I'm 5'7", so I think it comes up probably at like 5'6". So I can't lay on my back. I have to lay at a sort of angle if I want to lay on my back, but I normally sleep on my side, so it's okay for me. Obviously, if you're taller, this isn't going to be good for you with a short wheelbase, but for me, it works just fine. My pillowcases also double up as places to put my pyjamas, put my jumpers, put my coats, so that I have both pillows and also somewhere to do extra storage. So again, anything I can do to double up my storage is great. That is my RPGs that I'll be playing and talking about later on. So the best thing about Jezebel is her pop-up. And I get lots of questions on Facebook and things whenever I put up anything about her build, about the stained glass. The stained glass is a Klingon sort of sticker from Wilko's, and I'll put a link in the description below. I had to sort of size it up and make it fit her windows, but they stuck on really nicely and really easily once I got the template the right size for her. But I think they look amazing. Oh, and here's my face. That's my mirror for doing my makeup in. And this is the leatherette that we've been putting up.
So that's Jezebel in a nutshell. You'll see more of her obviously as we do our travels, and I work out better angles so you can see things. But if you have any questions about the build, about anything you saw here, where I got things, why I did things in the way that I did, please let me know on the comments below. I'm always happy to talk about Jez and the build and why we went for certain designs that we did. I should also mention she has solar panels, so all of my electrics come through the power of the sun. So yeah, just gotta hope that it's always sunny. But they're pretty good and pretty powerful, so they even in sort of current April not sunny at all times, they been picking up power for me, so they are all groovy. Again, if you want to know anything about anything on the build, do just send me a message or put a comment below or send me a message on social media. But yeah, so this is Jez. We're going to be doing hopefully a lot of touring of the UK in her. As I mentioned before, I work in the board game industry, so I'm going to be doing some reviews of like solo games that you can play when you travel on your own. Maybe it's raining outside and you don't want to just sit and doom scroll on your phone. I'm going to be doing some playthroughs of RPGs and card games and board games that I find that have solo rules to them, so you can see what they're like to play through, and I'll give you a bit of a review as well. They'll come out as separate videos to my normal sort of episode blog ones like this one, but hopefully you'll enjoy those as well. I'll obviously let you know where you can get those games from and things like that. But yeah, I hope that you stick around, and I hope that you enjoy these videos. So yeah, this was just a quick whistle top tour of Jez, and actually I think we're gonna probably continue in a minute. I'll do some cool fade out. I do some cool sorry, I don't know why I did that. I'll do some cool fade out and take you to the National Motorhome show in Peterborough that we're visiting on Friday with my parents. So that should be good fun. Again, stick around for that part, and thanks for watching part 1 where we meet Jezebel. Good morning. It is Friday, and we're off to the National Motorhome and Campervan show in Peterborough. It's absolutely tipping it down. Yeah, it's going to be a very wet one, so I don't actually know how much footage I'm going to get, but I shall try and get some for you. Probably just the inside stuff. The outside stuff is just going to be me and my parents looking very unhappy because we're outside. I have brought waterproofs, and I've got a jacket for Sadie, but yeah, it's going to be a wet one, so who knows how much we'll get, but we'll try. Yay! So yeah, I'll see you later. Say hello, Mum. Good morning.
Wet, it's cold.
It is. But smile anyway. And how's Sadie? Well, the rain has stayed off for most of the day. Yay! It did rain a bit, but luckily we were going into a talk then, so yeah. Got to sit in on Cat from Wandering Bird, talk about motorhoming in Europe, which was really interesting. And I got to ask some questions, and I feel a little bit more prepared for Spain. Hopefully, if I get around to it. And Jezebel passes her MOT, which she's in for today. Everyone keep everything crossed. She needed some work done. Yes, I think we're about ready to leave. So I'm back now from the show, and yeah, it's the end of the episode. Yay, we made it to the end of the episode. Well done, everyone. Well done. The motorhome show was it was all right. It was I didn't know what to expect. I've never been to one before, so it's definitely a place to go if you're looking to upgrade. or looking at starting designing your own camper van, because you can look at lots of layouts of ones that are on sale and you can buy them pre-done for you, which is also nice if you're not, conversion inclined. I did definitely feel like I was the youngest person there by a good 20 years, at least. But that may just be because it's Friday, so younger people are at work and everyone who's there is retired, possibly. Who knows? But I did definitely feel like one of the youngsters. And I'm turning 40 next year, so I'm not exactly a young person. I got lots of compliments about my hair, which was nice. And Sadie got to say hello to a lot of dogs. And meeting Kat and talking to Kat was really good. Yeah, an uneventful week, kind of. Jezebel failed her MOT on Monday. She is still at this moment in the garage and waiting to hear back from them to say, hey, yes, she's fine, come and get her. Or, boo, she's going to be here a little longer. But they're closed now, so I'm guessing it's going to be there a little longer. I'm going to give them a call in the morning and find out what's going on with Jez. Hopefully I can pick her up tomorrow, which would be nice. Because, yeah, it's coming up to Camp Quirky and I need my van for that. But anyway, yes, enough drivel. Thank you for watching. As always, like and subscribe. If you'd like to see more of these, please do share the video as well. It'll be great to see more people watching. Thank you to everyone who watched my last video. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching and stopping by. And I'll see you next week. Bye.